There are over 500,000 Claude skills on the market right now. 500,000. And I'll be honest with you, 95% of them are completely useless. Recycled prompts, broken installs, skills that sound amazing in the description, but do literally nothing when you actually use them. I spent weeks testing, reading GitHub issues, checking X threads, and asking builders what they actually keep installed. And I narrowed it down to 15. 15 skills, MCPs, and repos that genuinely change how you work with Claude Code. Not filler, not nice to haves. Tools that will make you noticeably faster starting today. Let's get into it. Before we start, quick explainer on three terms I'll use throughout this video. Skills are markdown files that upgrade Claude's behavior. They teach it to follow specific patterns, enforce rules, and work in structured ways. MCPs, Model Context Protocol servers, are what let Claude connect to outside tools and live data, your browser, your files, APIs, the internet. And repos are the GitHub projects where these tools live, the source code you clone or install. Think of it this way: skills improve Claude, MCPs connect Claude, and repos power the ecosystem. Now, let's go through the 15 that actually matter, grouped by what they help you do. Group 1, the starter stack. These three should be installed by everyone, no exceptions. Number 1, front-end design. 277,000 installs. The single most installed Claude skill on the planet. If you've ever used Claude to build a UI and it came out looking like a 2014 WordPress template, this is the fix. It literally bans generic fonts like Inter, Roboto, and Arial. It forces Claude to pick a real design direction before writing a single line of code. Bold typography, intentional color palettes, actual thought behind layout. Install this before you build anything with a front end. Number 2, Context 7. 50,000 GitHub stars. The number 1 MCP server by a massive margin. 240,000 weekly NPM downloads. You know that problem where Claude gives you code using an API that was deprecated 6 months ago, and you spend 2 hours debugging before realizing the function doesn't even exist anymore. Context 7 fixes that. It injects the actual current documentation for whatever library you're using directly into Claude's context window. Supports Next.js, React, Superbase, MongoDB, and thousands more. You just add use context 7 to your prompt and it works. If you install one MCP from this entire video, make it this one. Number 3, Taskmaster AI. You feed it a product requirements document, and it breaks it down into structured tasks with dependencies, complexity scores, and subtasks. Then Claude executes them one by one in order. It exposes 36 MCP tools to your editor. Think of it as a project manager that never sleeps and never loses track of what comes next. If you build anything more complex than a single page app, this changes your workflow completely. Group 2, the builder stack. These are for developers and vibe coders who want cleaner, faster code. Number 4, Superpowers. 100,000 GitHub stars. This is a collection of 20 plus skills that enforce strict test-driven development, debugging frameworks, and a full plan to execute pipeline. It will literally delete your code if you write it before the tests exist. Sounds extreme, but the code quality coming out the other side is night and day. If you've never written a test willingly in your life, this skill will change that. Number 5, Playwright MCP, made by Microsoft. This gives Claude the ability to control a browser, Click buttons, fill forms, navigate pages, take screenshots. Your AI agent can now use the web like a human. Automated testing, web scraping, form filling, monitoring competitors. Once your agent can browse the internet, you start thinking about automation completely differently. Number 6. Codebase memory, MCP. This turns your entire codebase into a persistent knowledge graph. Claude normally forgets everything between sessions. You close the terminal, and your agent wakes up with amnesia. Codebase memory fixes that. It remembers the structure of your code, the relationships between files, what was changed, and why. If you've ever had Claude ask you the same question for the fifth time about code, it wrote itself. This is the fix. Group 3, the research and knowledge stack. Number 7, auto research by Andrej Karpathy. 50,000 GitHub stars in a single week. Karpathy is a founding member of OpenAI and former head of AI at Tesla. When this guy drops something, the entire AI community stops what they're doing. Auto Research is an AI research agent that runs experiments 24/7. You give it a goal, make this model better, find a higher converting landing page, lower customer acquisition costs, and it loops through experiments while you sleep. By morning, you wake up to the best version with actual tested improvements. The pattern behind this repo is probably more valuable than the tool itself. Number 8, deep research skill. An 8-phase research pipeline with source credibility scoring and automated validation. This doesn't just Google something and paste the first result. It goes through multiple phases: identifying sources, cross referencing, scoring credibility, synthesizing findings into an actual report. For anyone making content or building products where research needs to be solid, this saves literal hours. Group 4, the business and marketing stack. This is where skills stop being about code and start being about money. Number 9, marketing skills by Corey Haynes. 16,000 GitHub stars. Over 20 sub-skills covering CRO, copywriting, SEO, email sequences, and growth engineering. This is the most popular non-coding skills package for Claude Code. People don't just want Claude to write code. They want it to sell the thing the code built. If you're a solo founder or a vibe coder, this is the missing piece between building an app and actually getting users. Number 10, Claude SEO. Full website audits, schema validation, 12 sub-skills. It crawls your site, finds what's broken, and tells you exactly what to fix. Does in seconds what an SEO consultant charges thousands for. Number 11, brand guidelines. This one encodes your brand's voice, colors, tone, and rules into a skill. Then Claude auto applies them to everything it creates. Every email, every landing page, every social post, all on brand without you reminding it every single time. Once you set it up, you forget about it. Group 5, the automation stack. These tools turn Claude from an assistant into an autonomous engine. Number 12, Tavily, a search engine built specifically for AI agents. Not messy HTML from a normal web scrape. Clean, structured data your agent can actually work with. It has 4 built-in tools: search, extract, crawl, and map. Connects as a remote MCP in about a minute. If you want your agent to research anything, products, competitors, news, market data, plug this in. Number 13A, Firecrawl, 97,000 stars, Y Combinator backed. Turn any website into LLM ready data. Point it at a URL, get clean markdown or structured data you can feed directly into any AI model. No parsing HTML, no cleaning up garbage. If your agent needs to read the internet, this is the standard. It just passed Scrapy's star count, the default web scraping tool, for over a decade. Number 14, N8N, 180,000 stars. Open source workflow automation with over 400 integrations and native AI agent capabilities. Think of it as Zapier, but you own everything, and AI is built in. I know people running their entire business through NAN, email sequences, data pipelines, social posting, customer onboarding, invoice processing, all automated. Group 6, the Power User Stack. These are advanced. If you're running agents daily, these separate you from everyone else. Number 15, Claude Squad. 65,000 stars. Run multiple Claude code agents in parallel terminal sessions. Instead of waiting for one agent to finish before starting another, you spin up 5 at once, each working on a different task. It also supports Codex Aider and other coding agents. If you've ever sat there watching a single agent think for 10 minutes while you have 4 other things that need doing, this solves it. Now, 3 more power tools worth mentioning, even though they didn't make the core 15. PromptFoo, 18,000 stars. Automated security testing for your AI prompts. Red teaming, edge case testing, vulnerability scanning. If you are building anything users interact with, test your prompts for injection attacks. Context optimization teaches Claude to reduce token usage through caching tricks and context efficiency. If you're spending $50 to $80 a day on AI tokens, this skill pays for itself immediately. And Skill Creator, the official anthropic meta skill. Describe a workflow in plain English and it generates a skill file in 5 minutes. Instead of manually writing skill files, you tell Claude what you want, and this skill creates the skill for you. Now, I have to give a special shout out to number 22 on the original list, Remotion. 117,000 weekly installs. If you've seen polished motion graphic demo videos for apps floating around Twitter, good chance they were made with Remotion. You literally write code to make video. No After Effects, no editing timeline, no dragging clips around. And I can vouch for this one personally because every single video on this channel, including the one you're watching right now, is built with Remotion. We write React components for every scene, generate voiceovers with 11 labs, build timelines programmatically, and render production video with one command. It's the most underrated tool in the entire AI creator stack. Where do you find more skills beyond these 15? 4 places. First, awesome Claude Skills by Travis Vian. 95,000 stars. The best curated list of Claude skills on the internet. Regularly updated. Community contributed. Start here. Second, the official Anthropic Skills Repo. Over 100,000 stars. This is the reference implementation for how skills should be built. If you want to learn to make your own, read through their examples. Third, Skills, MP. Over 500,000 skills. Largest catalog by far. And fourth, Skill Hub. 30,000 plus skills that are AI rated, so you can sort by quality instead of guessing. To install any skill, you literally just send Claude the GitHub link and it handles the rest. No manual configuration needed. Here's my personal daily stack. The 5 I keep installed at all times. Context. 7 for documentation. Taskmaster for project management. Front-end design for UI. Firecrawl for web data and Remotion for video production. That's it. 5 skills. Everything else gets installed when I need it and removed when I don't. The biggest mistake people make with Claude skills is installing 30 of them and wondering why their context window is cluttered and Claude is confused. Start with 3. Get comfortable. Add one at a time. Every skill you install should have a clear job. If you can't explain what it does in one sentence, you probably don't need it. Every single link for all 15 skills is in the description below. Drop a comment telling me which one you're installing first. And if this saved you from wading through 500,000 skills to find the ones that actually work, subscribe. I'll be breaking down more Claude code workflows in the next one. See you there.